Hi guys, I'm running here back again. This is the last part of my episode 179. I broke up 179 once again. I broke it up into different parts. So you had your indie, you had your DC. I put up the indie and DC. If you want to check those out, they'll be in the description and the links below, or they'll just be, little dots somewhere around. But I'm here to end it with the Marvel books that I got for the week of what was that? Once again, I'm trying to remember. Uh, for the week of the 6th. Um, this I have. Let me see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. A lot of them supposedly connect into Civil War, but some of them they did not. They just had some little hints of it. Maybe what's going on, but it's just a name tag. Um, so I got a good amount. Good amount. Let's start it off with Amazing Spider-Man number 15 or 700, and I lost freaking count of how many they're really up to. But yeah, this cover, Alex Ross. Once again, these covers are beautiful. Alex Ross is doing a good job with these covers. Mary Jane, new Iron Spider. Yes, Mary Jane does put on the Iron Spider costume and does go out to help Peter and Tony deal with Cell. Regent. Sorry. Yeah. Uh, and I'm gonna call it out like I see it. Mary Jane does a good job being Iron Spider. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I'm just glad that this Regent shit is over with because, uh, like I said, Regent reminds me of Cell, and I fucking hate Cell. He's probably one of the when it comes to the villains of the DBZ universe, I hate Cell with a passion, and Regent reminded me of him. He was stealing everybody's powers and stuff, and I like the end where all the people he stole, they all pretty much Spidey freed them and was like, "Yeah, okay, meet my amazing friends," and I was like, "All right, that was pretty tight." Um, you know, we kind of get a good glimpse of that. Peter and Tony finally put their dicks back in their pants and was like, yeah, okay, let's be rational about this. I appreciate that. Um, Not bad. Still, you know, that ending really is what caught me. I'm not gonna spoil what the ending was, but that ending, I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? But not bad. Will we see Mary Jane back in the Iron Spider costume? I doubt it. All right, let's move on to Captain America, Sam Wilson. This is issue 11. Nick Spencer and Acuna. I love Acuna's artwork. Glad he's back with Sam. This does kind of tie into a little bit of Civil War, where Sam is listening to both sides of Tony's argument and Carol. He still hasn't made a real decision, but he's still dealing with the abusive uh, assault and batteries of the AmeriCops, and we get to see once again what Rage, that was the character that Mr. Spencer brought back in, and when Sam sees that, he's just like, oh God, if Rage is involved, then I got to get down there. Um, he gives a 411 crash course, uh, origin 411 one 101 on Rage. So anybody who doesn't know who Elvin Halliday is, never read a Rage comic, never read New Warriors, anything like that, you get a crash course of what he is, what his powers are, how he got his powers when he was an Avenger, things like that in this. Um, but the main gist of it also is the fact that at the end of this, Sam and the team start realizing who's really funding the AmeriCops and things like that. And we get there's another surprise Mr. Spencer throws at us at the end of this issue, and I'm gonna just say it's like this. I have a friend who's not gonna like that this character is back, and I will say that he was once a substitute for Captain America back in the day, but now he's a agent. Yeah, think about that one. All right, Han Solo number 2. Marjorie Liu. Mark Brooks's artwork is just beautiful in this. Um, so Han is still in this intergalactic race. Basically, he's undercover to get the spy out, and shit starts hitting the fan real quick. Um, Han's trying to play this, and he tells Chewie to go look for the contact. And like I said, shit starts hitting the fan. People getting arrested by stormtroopers, things like that. And Han comes face to face with somebody that I don't want to spoil, but the ending, I was just like, okay, where's this going? Han Solo, number 2. All right, Invincible Iron Man, number 11, The Road to Civil War. I guess you could say that. Basically, in this, Tony's still dealing with the Inhuman from Japan, and he's still undercover. I guess you could say the board of directors of Stark Industries is banging down his door, trying to figure out where he is. Friday's trying to trying to keep them intact. And then Mary Jane comes on, tells them what's going on, and they're like, "Oh, really? Cool." But other than that, it was okay. This, Deodato artwork was great, but it is what it is. Sorry, it's all right. Move on to Moon Knight number 4. Lemire Smallwood. Okay, this is starting to get really weird. And once again, like I said, um, I do applaud them for using a lot of the Egyptian gods like Sobek and everything like that. So it's Mark, Marlene, and 2 of his inmates friends who were with him. Frenchie was there too, and Frenchie gets supposedly killed, and everything starts getting. I'm talking Twilight Zone, seriously, big time. There's a sandstorm coming, and the city's gonna be in sand. I mean, it gets really weird. And if I had to explain this thoroughly, it would take up too long to do it. But the ending just made me go, wait, what? Scratch, 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 scratch. But I was still intrigued, though. All right, move on to Scarlet Witch number 8. Robinson and Lotte. Okay, this was a really fine, good issue. Robinson does a good job. So basically, we see Wanda. She has a a um a therapist. She goes to see a therapist from time, and she starts telling him about her mother. That she don't know if it's really her mother. Everything goes around. But the funny thing is, like, this therapist always said, before we start, you got to pay me. Like, you got to pay him up front. And every time when he said that, I scratched my. I'm like, why does this therapist need to be paid up front? I thought that was always. I never went to therapy, so I don't know. Um, but this therapist really starts getting in on to Wanda. Like, she's so focused on her mission to fix witchcraft, but she's not really focusing on some of the other things that are in her life that she could have probably fixed. For example, Vision, saving Simon Williams, Wonder Man, who is still kind of trapped inside Rogue, fixing the relationship with her kids, things like that. And he really goes in on it. And she Wanda tries to defend it, but she starts to realize, this her therapist is right. You know, the way she looked at when she was thinking about Billy and Tommy, Speed and Wiccan, she was just like, they're too grown for me to really be in their lives and anything. And every time I try to enter the life, it's really weird for me. And it's just like, but they're your kids, Wanda. Like, they be a mother no matter what. Try to be a mother. But this really, but it's the ending when Wanda comes for one last session and she realizes who this her therapist really is and what he's been doing. And I'm not gonna ruin that, but it was us, Mr. Robinson. That was genius to do that. It was a character that I have not seen in a Marvel comic in some time, but it was really cool. And I love how Wanda even said, even after she brought the cops on him, she still was like, I really enjoyed our sessions. You really helped me. I'm gonna find out who my real mother is and everything like that. I'm heading to Eastern Europe right now and things like that. But this was really good. The artwork was pretty decent. Um, but you really felt for Wanda in this. You really did. Not gonna lie, you really did. All right, moving on to Spidey number 8. Most people say this is probably the best Spider-Man book on the shelf right now under Marvel. I'm not gonna argue with too many people on that one, but Thomason, Stockman, Baxter Stockman, no, and Campbell, and this is all about round 2, I guess, between Pete and old Sparky, aka Electro. First of all, I gotta mention this because I find it hilarious. But who's drawing this? Who draws this issue? Um, I think it's Stockman. But Mr. Stockman, if you are the artist, why do you draw Peter looking like Archie? And why does Gwen look like Veronica? Yeah, yeah. Wait. Betty's the yeah. Veronica's the blonde, right? Yeah, yeah. I can't remember. Um, and they're at a movie. They went to him and Gwen go to a movie theater. They go to a movie that is playing classic movies. It's like a classic month, and it so happens to be Raiders of the Lost Ark. And they're there. The blackout happens. Peter goes to investigate. Finds out it's been a trap set by Electro. He absorbed all the electricity in Manhattan and to use it to do take out, take out, no Spider-Man. And I love how Peter is able to defeat him and save the day. Uh, but it's the ending once again that really catches your eye because it's like you knew it was coming, just when, and yeah. Do I have to really spell it out for you people? I don't think so. Do I? I'll give you a clue. There's 6 of them. We move on to Spider-Man 2099, number 12. Peter David and Snidely. Okay, Miguel is still in the year 2099. Still trying to figure out what this group Fist is. He's still dealing with. He's going back in to save, you know, uh, the Green Goblin, I guess, of 2099 from the Sinister Six. He gets a little help. Um, and it gets really interesting. And from there, he knows that he has to get his ally out of there, and she can't stay. We find out that the Green Goblin, this is a female, but she's not bad. But we find out that he knows that she can't stay in this time in this world because she'll be hunted. So he says, "Okay, I'm gonna take you to my place in 2016." Unfortunately, something bad happens. I'm not gonna ruin it, but we do get to see another certain character once again enter the fray, and we find out who sent him back to sent him to the year 2099. Yeah, not bad. All right, Spider-Woman 9, number 9. This is once again, this kind of ties into Civil War, but basically in this issue, uh, guys, Jessica is at a ski lodge. You know, she's trying to have some time, I guess, to herself. Um, and Carol constantly is constantly calling her, and she really doesn't want to be talking right now. But they're also investigating some. They're on a case. Porcupine, he the case, I believe, goes into detail about, there's first he talks about, the whole Wendigo legend, the whole legend of the Wendigo. Whoever consumes human flesh will become a Wendigo, and we see that the chef in in this ski resort, his meals, he's actually feeding people actual human flesh, and unfortunately, by eating human flesh, they really twisted the that now, and they we got Wendigos, and Jessica's doing her best to pretty much deal with it until Carol comes and helps her out, and Jessica's like, I didn't ask you, why are you here? I need to talk to you. I didn't, they're going back and forth like siblings until finally, Jessica's like, okay, what do you need? What do you need to tell me? And basically, um, Jessica, you know, Carol tells Jessica about Ulysses and everything like that, and that's pretty much it. Uh, Not a fun issue, not bad, but it just had a little bit of a tie into Civil War too. But it is what it is. And we're gonna end this with Totally Awesome Hulk number 8. Excuse me. Greg Pak and Alan Davis still does the artwork on here. This is still taking place in between that 8-month gap that was between Secret War number 5 or 6, whatever it was, and Amadeus tracks down Bruce. Remember, Bruce is supposedly cured of the Hulk. We find out that maybe it is true. Um, we get to see how Amadeus became the Hulk now, and it was really cool to see this. Amadeus comes to help Bruce. Kind of get back a little bit of, get a little bit of a rest and everything like that. But it was great to see Rick Jones, his old friend Rick, show up, and it was great to see Jen. Jen, Bruce's cousin, come, and she's there, and she's embracing her cousin and just saying, you look, you, and even applauding Amadeus for what he's done. Now this isn't the first time in Marvel that they supposedly cured Bruce of being the Hulk. This is not new. I think people are getting it twisted. There have been several stories where Bruce has supposedly been cured of being the Hulk. And I'm still not buying that he's cured. But she really, she's like, Amadeus, you did it. You're like, I've never seen my cousin so what's the word I'm looking for? And Rick even says happy, and she's crying, and she's really crying tears of joy for her cousin. Um, Rick is reminiscing with Amadeus about the first time he stayed with Bruce when he became the Hulk. He said Bruce used to. There was like, they're in Bruce's, like, one of his hideouts, and there's like a big like a almost like a vault, and Bruce would lock himself in there when he became the Hulk. And he said, I remember this. Bruce would lock himself in there and try to, you could just hear the Hulk trying to punch his way out of it. Scariest thing in my life and things like that. And even Rick even really is telling, you did good, kid. Just saying, Amadeus, you did good. You know. So Amadeus goes in, and then we're starting to see that something is going wrong with Amadeus. The fact is that Amadeus, when he's the Hulk, there are times he has blackouts, and when he's the Hulk, and he doesn't remember what he's done as the Hulk. And that's why his sister brought Jen and Rick in, because they can, they know what probably to do as well as Bruce. And it was this was just a touching book. It wasn't nothing really, no big action, just more ease storytelling and some minor drama. But once again, guys, I'm gonna say it like this: I still do not believe that Bruce is completely cured of the Hulk. I don't. Um, I've said it before. I think the Hulk is just a part of him now. It's him. It's him. It's the Hulk is not just, when he gets angry. I think now it's him and the Hulk. Um, it's just suppressed. I think that's all it is. But not bad, not bad at all. Alan Davis's artwork. It's always good to see Mr. Davis. I've always enjoyed Alan Davis's artwork. Um, and even Bruce himself is really impressed at Amadeus really making the Hulk look like a hero, things like that. Um, Even though we've seen Hulk be a hero many times, but he's even appreciative of it. But other than that, guys, that's all I have for this week. Please watch the the all DC, and this one. And I'll see you guys next time with another review. 180. Remember, guys, 180. Um, we'll have the return of my friend Mr. Orpheus. He will be back. But 180, episode 180 of my comic reviews will be up soon. But other than that, this is my running kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. As always, be safe out there. One love. Uh, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next week.